The killer in you is the power in me. Pleased to meet you, so good to see. The killer in you will keep me alive. Back to back, self-sacrifice.
For the 7th season in a row, we welcome you tonight to the opening act for Millennium as we present Millennium episode 92. I'm Chloe the Troublemaker James at your service for this evening as we commence the final countdown officially starting tonight. And it's all capped off as we unfortunately will hear from the new Millennium Champion and Sho Minamimoto. But not only that, but the new faces on the Millennium brand will be making an appearance as Noctis Lucis Caelum will face off against Tsukasa later on tonight. All this and more here on Millennium. And it seems as though we are not going to be wasting any time, or rather, the new world champion here on Millennium is not going to be wasting any time, as we are about to, as we will be hearing from Sho Minamimoto after what some may be calling the absolute heist of the Grand Slam 6, utilizing his fight for the right opportunity at the last possible night for it, and snatching away the Millennium Championship from both Jotaro Kujo and Midoriya Izuku. One has to wonder tonight what on earth Sho Minamimoto has to say after doing such an unspeakable act such as that. Now normally, in any other circumstance, I'd be sneering into the microphone being all like, how dare he do this? But really, let's be honest with us all here right now. We're 7 seasons deep. Unfortunately, we should expect something like this to happen by this point. But I can sit here and be a doomer all I want about this. We still are going to be hearing from our new Millennium Champion, regardless of what I have to say. Neither of these fans are excited to hear it either, so lay it on us, Sho Minamimoto. What the hell do you want from us, Reaper?
Do you all know how long I've waited for this moment? How long I've been waiting to stand here with this belt in my hands? It's been far, far too long. 'Cause I know all you binomial scum in the audience cannot comprehend a number as high as I would say. I spent an entire season working my way back up from square one, having to fight for everything I got and make a name for myself again. And when Destiny gave me the fight for the right opportunity in my grasps, I just knew that this was going to happen. Because the moment this was in my hands, I held a power that made me feel like a god. And I felt like a god in the way that I acted. Because as far as I was concerned, I was their uncrowned champion, and they should respect me as such. And then suddenly, I was cut down before I could seemingly enact my plan to take the belt with this. Or so the corrupt management of this brand would have you all believe. Because they could only keep me away for so long, before I came back and fulfilled my destiny. So now, you all no longer live in the era of the Crusader. Nor do you live in the age of heroes again. You all live in the reign of the Reaper. And I promise you all that I will not let this title escape me after fighting for it so hard. You will all not escape this reign so easily. You will all not escape this reign so easily. Because nobody can outdo, outclass, or outmath a taboo Reaper.
Oh, I think there's someone who might have something to say about that. There he is. There's our former Millennium Champion, and am I hearing that correctly? He's actually getting cheered here tonight. I'm not sure if that's out of sympathy or if that's genuinely the crowd here tonight actually giving him the praise that he so deserves, because I'm gonna say it. I would much rather have the Brute, the Stardust Crusader, the Fallen Stardust Crusader even, as our Millennium Champion still, instead of this asshole in the ring right now. So lay it on to him, Jotaro. Give it to him.
You know, I gotta hand it to you, Sho. You really did outsmart me at the Grand Slam when you took my belt from me. If there's one thing I can give you, it's that you managed to do that and take it from me. At the worst possible time. But the problem I have here is that you're holding on to something now that I never truly lost fairly, nor did I lose with honor. Because for how much you or anyone else would like to complain and how I gained my title when I was champion, at least I could say I earned it by proving that I was the best of the entire roster, not taking the easy way out and becoming champion. You, on the other hand, can't hold that claim to anything as champion, because you waited until I was exhausted and tired in order to take the belt from me! So as far as I'm concerned, this reign of the Reaper doesn't begin until you can claim that you beat me fairly and without any asterisk to your win.
No! No, 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 no! That is not how this works! This is not how any of this works! First off, who the hell are you to say that you are deserving of having another shot at the title, Jotaro? You were the one who got pinned out of the two of us after all. So as far as I'm concerned, you're the one who deserves to go to the back of the line. And as for you, Sho, if you hadn't gotten involved in my match with Jotaro, there's a good chance I could have become the Millennium Champion again. You ruined a perfectly good match between the two of us, and you, for sure, do not deserve that title that you have in your hands. So if there is anybody who is deserving of facing off against you, it isn't this brutish bastard. It's me.
You really want to talk about who is more deserving of facing off for that championship? As far as the footage will show, you were the one who was dead to rights on that night, Midoriya. Because I remember having you down on the floor, about to have 3 counted when he broke it up. And let's get something straight here, Deku. Your only claim to going for that title was the winning path to victory last season, for a title that you weren't even on the brand for. So let me ask you right now, what makes you think that you even belong here anymore?
Because I am the hero around these parts. Not some juvenile delinquent that never earned a damn thing around here that he didn't get, brutishly bullying the opposition into giving him. You do not get to play victim after everything you've done. You do not get to be a hero after all that has happened. And most importantly, you do not get to take the title off of him because you suddenly see the errors of your ways.
Oh my god, this is great. Oh, don't let me stop your little quarrel. I'll just let you two sort it out amongst yourselves. But hey, once you figured out the numbers on who really deserves to face off against me for this, just let me know. It's not like I'm all that hard to find.
Gentlemen, I think I can help alleviate the situation. Now, let's address something important. Midoriya Izuku, you were only allowed the Millennium brand for a limited time only, as a part of you winning path to victory and challenging for the Millennium Championship when Jotaro was champion. So, he is correct in saying that you are not to be here. However, due to the unprecedented circumstances surrounding this particular scenario, I am willing to make an unexpected decision surrounding this. At Rebound, Sho Minamimoto, you will be defending that Millennium Championship against the 2 men in that ring in a triple threat match. But make no mistake about this, my dear Midoriya. If you don't win the Millennium title this time, no more excuses. We will go back to Prime, and this thing will be a Millennium exclusive issue again. And you, Jotaro, should you not win the title at Rebound, you will go to the back of the line like all of the others and work your way back to facing Sho again. But don't think you're getting off scot-free tonight either, champion. Because around these parts, once you have that belt, I mean, you are the face of the brand. And as a result, you need to show why you're the champion in the first place. So tonight, in our main event, you will face off against a former Millennium Champion. Where you are now. And I'm sure you would love to show how real of a champion you are. Tonight's show, you face off against a former Millennium Champion of the Leonhardt of Millennium. Squall Leonhardt! Ta-ta!
Well, what did I literally just say at the beginning of the broadcast? Same as it ever was around here, but we at least know that in our main event, we will definitely be seeing the Taboo Reaper in action as he faces off against Squall Leonhardt. And my god, this is gonna be definitely one way to kick off the season. Let's put it like that. But now that that's all settled, ladies and gentlemen, let's get set for our first contest for Millennium for this year. And we're kicking things off with one half of the Legendary Defenders and Keith Kogane in action to start off the night. And I'm sorry, it's just... How do you even move on from a moment like that? How do you move on from a segment that we just saw? I mean, issues between Deku and Jotaro aside, where on earth is the Millennium title scene going to be going after that? I mean, Midoriya gets another shot at the title, but if he doesn't win at Rebound, he goes back to Prime. I don't know what to tell you there, ladies and gentlemen, but moving on. Keith facing off and... Excuse me? What? What? Is this who I think it is? Oh my god, alrighty. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, here is a man we have not seen in quite some time, back from a nearly career-ending injury, mind you, at the hands of the Orochi clan. It's the king of Saotome style, one half of Dojo Saotome, former Millennium Tag Team Champions. It's Ranma motherfucking Saotome here tonight, coming back for the first time in a very long time. And the crowd here tonight is loving it. And for good reason as well. Ranma Saotome back here tonight at your opening contest against Keith Kogane. And immediately off the bat, Keith not letting anything, not giving Ranma any room to breathe, immediately going right for the get-go right there. And again, giving Ranma a bit of a brief rerun as to what's been happening, because as if it hasn't been made obvious as of yet, Keith and the Legendary Defenders have definitely been making their mark in the absence of Ranma and in the absence of Dojo Saotome as a team. But Ranma out here tonight, looking to prove and make a statement that it has not been that long since he was away, and looking to make it clear that yes, he is still here, and simply styling on Keith Kogane here tonight in his first contest back in quite some time, and pulling out some new maneuvers as well as part of it. And really pulling out a bit of a new arsenal, if we can be honest about this one here. I mean, when was the last time you saw Ranma Saotome break out some corkscrew moonsaults just like that? But at the same time, Keith trying his best to try and one-up Ranma at that point. Going right back to what works best, going for those strikes, but Keith getting at him at every point. And Ranma setting him up, going for some classic suplexes, but Keith not letting him get any room to breathe for a second. Keith, no! Keith almost set for another suplex just like that, and Keith overshot the springboard right there. And a classic Saotome Enziguri just like that. Ranma's moving like he hasn't been out a day from the ring. I'll say that for Ranma here tonight. He's definitely proving that he does not have the ring rust as he's in the ring right now. But right now, Keith is taking full advantage of the situation, putting the match right into his favor and knocking Ranma Saotome into the corner. But here comes Ranma. Jesus Christ! Following up a massive Hurricane Rana just like that with some martial arts style kicks and stomps just like that. And once again reminding everyone that yes, he can still pull out all of that and then some, even after 10 years of being in this company, having a savate kick just like that. Following up with a corkscrew moonsault, following up with a pin, but only getting a 1, but Ranma purposefully breaking it up as if to say, you're not getting off that easy here, Keith. And let me tell you something right now. This is one of those things that, oh Jesus, Ranma, what are you thinking? Planting him down just like that. And really, this is kind of the thing that you really need to think about because, oh, Ranma flying off the top of the rope with a frog splash just like that. But as I was saying, it's really been like story that we've been seeing throughout this match is definitely seeing an oh god. Referee bit delayed with that one there. That was at least a 1.5 with that one there. But really story of the match so far, as you can see throughout this, is Keith still trying to ride off that high, as we saw throughout the entirety of Season 6. That Keith has really been trying to focus on his solo efforts. Hell, he's been trying to focus on those solo efforts in Season 5 back in 2020, but no! Hurricane Rana denied right there by Ranma Saotome, and instead, Frog Splash denied. Oh, and a thrusting dropkick right to those knees, trying to wear down on the knees of Ranma Saotome for good reason as well. Barely almost a 2 count right there by Ranma Saotome, but a good way of going about it. And wait a minute, arm trap, trapping that arm down just like that, trying to wear Keith down, but Keith twisting it right back down onto the mat just like that. And Keith with a super kick immediately after the fact, trying to wear down on Ranma however possible, potentially trying to set up for when he breaks out the Red Lion Roar, and a series of kicks and a clothesline just like that. And Ranma now got Keith into the corner. Just what on earth is he thinking, however? Setting him up, and oh my god, a massive Hurricane Rana from the top of the rope. Ladies and gentlemen, I implore you, if you thought Ranma Saotome lost it, Christ! You're getting a history lesson as to how Ranma has not lost it for a second. And I think Keith is even realizing it as well. I think he might have very well just have... Oh my god, and he might have cost him Saotome Rocket! Saotome Rocket hits dead on target, 2! But it is only a 2 count. Trying to go for that moonsault again, but I think that one will cost Ranma if he's not careful. And he may not be careful enough because he's setting him up for the mighty driver. And that may cost him 1, 2. Okay. Okay, boys, I see what you're doing here. I see what you're doing here. We're having a little dig measuring contest in the middle of the ring right now. Ranma's just like, oh yeah, Mighty Driver's got nothing on me. Keith is like, oh yeah, Saotome Rocket, that's got nothing on me either. But yet Ranma's still breaking out those combos like it's nothing. Both of these men in the ring right now are definitely giving it their all. I will definitely say that. But at what point do you just register that this is such a dick measuring contest between both of these men right now? I mean, for good reason. For good reason, mind you. But what we're seeing right now, oh! We're really just trying a case of anything you could do, I could do better. And again, that's not a bad thing, mind you, but... my god. What a way to open up Millennium here tonight is all I will say. We've had one dick measuring contest in the form of Jotaro and Deku, and now we're getting another one in the form of Keith and Ranma. Like, welcome to Season 7, everybody. Welcome to Season 7 of the All-Star CAW League. I don't know what you were expecting by this point, but, this is just normal now, I guess. Oh, and a splash right there by Keith Kogane. Managing a 2 count right there onto Ranma. You gotta be wondering to yourself, what on earth is Keith gonna have to do in order to keep Ranma down? I think we might be seeing it. We might be seeing it slowly but surely. If he can hit the Red Lion Roar as he's setting it up for right now, Ranma may be down for the count. No! Ranma denies it. Ranma denies the Red Lion Roar. And instead, pulverizing him onto the skull. And I think if he's not careful, Ranma may be about to set him up and just focusing in on that head and for good reason as well. But Ranma's aware of the ring position. Ranma is well aware of the ring position. He knows for a damn fact he cannot risk it. And I think if he's gonna pull off what I think he's gonna pull, then I think Keith may be game, set, match right here and now if he ain't careful. Ranma instead throwing him right back into the corner. Oh god, and a massive dropkick just like that. Once again trying to wear down Keith however he can. And once again going for those wear down strikes just like that. It's almost as if Ranma is simply just playing around with Keith at this point. I mean, for good reason, mind you. Good reason. He's basically been away for this long. This is more or less just a way for Ranma to establish that, yes, I have still got it. I can still go. But at what point do you simply just say, it's not worth it, let's just end this? And I mean, if Keith and Ranma ain't careful, Keith may get counted out here. He's at 6. He's still on the outside, however. He's got to bring himself right back in. Oh! And just like that, it's turned back onto Keith and springboarding into an enziguri. I doubt that's going to be enough to keep Ranma down, and it's only giving him a 1 count. And look, it may be the exhauster of the match talking here. This has been a very good match, however. But at what point do you just say to yourself, how the fuck are you going to top this? How the fuck are you going to end this? Where does it end? Where does it end with these two? Well, I'll tell you this for certain. Whatever the hell these two men are going to do to each other, they've already done plenty at this point. And what on earth is Keith thinking here? Wearing him down on the legs on the outside. A good way, because I know exactly what may be coming. He's not careful! Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, Keith, Ranma, one of you boys, please, I'm begging you, just finish it. Finish the other guy off at this point here. It's just... oh, Christ. And Keith strategically wearing down on those legs there for good measure, because if Ranma manages to break out the Saotome lock, he won't be able to keep it in if he's got those fucked up legs. And oh, wait a minute, Ranma about to set it up. Mighty Driver one more time. Could this be it? Mighty Driver right there. 1, 2. And Keith purposefully broke it up. Keith purposefully broke it up there. He was thinking Mighty Roar. He was thinking Mighty Roar, but no! Saotome Destroyer right there by Ranma. And Christ, he's got him right in the middle of the ring. There it is, the Saotome lock. The Saotome lock locked firmly in the middle of the ring, and yep, he taps. Welcome back, Ranma Saotome. And what a match. What a match to kick off Millennium. Not just tonight, but this entire season. Christ, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not pumped for this season based off that alone, I don't know what to tell you. But we have got a massive night of action after this. But on God's green earth, how are you going to top that after tonight? I don't got the answers for you right now, but we will be right back. And all I can say is, welcome back, Ranma fucking Saotome. And, I don't know what else to say, but welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, to Millennium. And after one blockbuster match, we're getting right back into it with yet another big-time matchup here. As while he is coming off a bit of a downturn as of late against his former pupil in Haseo, the current and still crossover champion, we do in fact have Tsukasa, the phenomenal Wavemaster, in action here tonight, as I mentioned at the top of the hour here, ladies and gentlemen, that Tsukasa will be facing off against the newest member of the Millennium roster in Noctis Lucis Caelum. And this is quite the interesting encounter, as this is two different former ACL World Champions facing off against one another in action tonight. Not only that, but facing off against each other, and they came from the exact same season where they bookended as World Champion as well, right here on Millennium. because I'm gonna get to it in a second, but for those who recall, Tsukasa in the ring right now was was world champion on Prime, I should say, sorry, back at the beginning of Season 5 back in 2020. And this is the man who ended the season at the Grand Slam 5 as world champion from beating Rock Howard. And here is the thing about Noctis. He has definitely had an interesting past season and a bit. He walked into Season 6 still world champion on Prime. He lost it to Kaji Tatsumi, but he hasn't been without his wins. He hasn't been without some blockbuster moments, and we're getting another big one right here tonight at the start of Millennium right here. But now he's in a brand new landscape. His first time on the Millennium brand. After so long of being on Prime, now one has to wonder, what the hell is Noctis gonna do? And is this gonna be a massive win for the Prince of Lucis? And immediately go for the collar over tie-up, and immediately these two going right for it against one another. Noctis coming out at the top against each other right here, and proving that yes, he's still got some of that aura, he's still got some of that energy. And he's breaking it out with a massive forearm right there to Tsukasa, and another massive forearm right there to Tsukasa. And really, it has been quite a very interesting period of time for the phenomenal Wavemaster. As one may recall, Tsukasa has been around here for quite some time at this point. Literally a day one, former crossover champion, former longest reigning, mind you, ACL world champion. The phenomenal Wavemaster has made his mark around here as being one of the biggest day ones in the company. And now he's sort of like a gatekeeper in a sense at the old guard. Really giving his mark and giving it his all. And even as we saw back at the Grand Slam, he still has a lot to give and then some. And now one has to definitely wonder if he's going to put that to good use right here tonight. But one has to wonder as well if the experience from Noctis and Christ, right there, just digging right deep right there for that lariat. And that axe handle smash right there. I would definitely say this, Noctis has definitely been changing up his style as of late. Since becoming world champion back at the Grand Slam 5, he has changed up his style and then some, focusing a little bit less on the high-flying and springboard antics that made him such a feat to be feared of in the Sky High division, where he went, nobody beat him for that belt, mind you. He purposefully traded it to face off against Rock Howard for the World Championship that year. And now one has to wonder, is he going to potentially do something similar here on Millennium? I'm not saying he's going to pull off that same thing with the crossover championship, maybe, but one could argue, especially facing off against a legend like Tsukasa here in ACL, one has to wonder if maybe, just maybe, he might potentially be on the rise again. But hey, that's just me hypothetically spitballing a little bit here. And realistically, these two have definitely done a lot here, and 1, 2, only nearly a 2 there from Noctis. But really, the point I'm trying to make here with this is that we're looking at two men right now who were pinnacles of two different eras of the Prime brand. And both of them are facing off against one each other in a match like this here tonight is definitely one way of kicking it off right after a massive match that we just saw between Keith and Rama to start off our night. And I mean this genuinely here, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the ways that you know how, as much as I hate to bring it up as to what we saw back at the draft, as much as I hate to have to relive that whole segment, it really is speaking truth to power as to what Brad was talking about making an impact and about coming out here and letting it rip, as he said. Because we saw it, we've seen it all night, that the Millennium brand is at least following suit on that and showing that, yes, you gotta let it rip, because this is the last time that you are ever going to be able to do something like this. And really, when the stakes are this high, when everything is this deep, you really gotta be thinking to yourself, what do I really have to do? What do I gotta prove? What do I gotta do in order to make sure that I am remembered for this? And really, we're seeing it right here tonight here on Millennium. Millennium is setting the tone for this whole season, one might even say. But again, hypotheticals, spitballing, not even really being all that serious, but hey, calf crusher right there by Tsukasa. Calf crusher right there by Tsukasa, not even allowing him to really cinch it in enough before the rope break came in. Planting Noctis into the corner, splashing him down and throwing him right down as well. And wait a minute, Tsukasa looking to put the final touch right onto this, planting Noctis down with a ride the wave. Only getting a 2 count. Only getting a 2 count right there onto Noctis. And the fans right here tonight are definitely loving this energy. These two, they want these two to keep going. These two could very well fight forever if you let them. Fans right here tonight having a little bit of fun. Really, that's how you know. That's how you know when people say about restoring the feeling. You're feeling it right here tonight. You are feeling it right here on this entry of Millennium. Royal Ascent only getting a 2. Royal Ascent only getting a 2 right there by Noctis. But yet Noctis isn't tired. He isn't taken down. And he's scratching him right down with Tsukasa, laying him flat just like that. And Noctis could be looking to take control of this match. He could be looking to put the final touch in his own way as well. And if he's... oh boy, he's looking to plant him down. Rebound off the ropes and a mark of the Kings. Mark of the Kings lands the Wavemaster down flat 2. I think we all know by now that that was not going to be the one that took Tsukasa down just like that. And yet Noctis going for a foot stomp from the top of the rope. Thinking, is that going to be it? 1, 2. Once again, only a 2 count. But both of these men giving it all they've got right here and now. Giving it all that they got from pillar to post right here tonight. But really, the overall experience of Tsukasa coming out in full force right here and now. And really, we're seeing it here right now. I'm sorry, I'm just... really, what do you want me to say? This night has already been... a lot right here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This night, I mean, we've had so much happening. In the last half an hour, we've had so much happening just in this ring alone. I kind of need a little bit of a moment just to breathe here for a second here. And yet, these boys ain't letting me have even a moment to really breathe or even get a sip of water here. And Jesus Christ, I never thought I'd have to say this, right here on Millennium on our first night, but we got a bleeder! And that strained my voice a little bit, so you know that this night has definitely been a good one. And yet these two are still going at it, and oh god, right there with the crossface! Crossface right there by the Wavemaster, looking to cinch it in and looking to wear down on that head as much as he possibly can, but Noctis not allowing it even for a second, reversing it, setting it right back down. And no, Tsukasa knew exactly what was coming if he got him on those ropes, and he's thinking, no, you're not going to be down like that. But you can tell the toll that this match has taken on both of them! Or so I thought! And yet Tsukasa's still pulling out moves like that. Jesus Christ! How on earth are they still going? That is the question that I need to have to keep on asking myself. How do you keep on going in a match like this? No! Noctis got him right there for the jaw, but Tsukasa going right there for the calf crusher. Calf crusher, and it's looking to be cinched on tight enough. Noctis is looking like he's gonna tap it any second. That leg has sustained so much damage in this match so far. Noctis is trying so hard to keep himself in there. God, Tsukasa just let him go. I think he knows what's coming. I think he's calling it up in the end. I think he knows exactly what time it is for. It's time for Noctis to ride the wave one more time. And a 1, 2, 3. And despite the loss at the Grand Slam, Tsukasa walks out tonight with a big W and then some. Oh boy. Yeah. We'll be right back. God.
Cindy the Clown! Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a we're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Resist any rule, we'll break it. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Doing it our way. What would we do, baby, without us? What would we do, baby, without us? And there ain't no nothing we can't love each other through.
There is more to life than what you're living. So take a chance and face the wind. An open road and a road that's hit. A brand new life around the bend. There were times.
As long as we got each other, we got the world spinning right in our hands, baby, you and me. We gotta be.
It's everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Grooving all week with you. These days are ours. Share them agree. These days are ours. Happy and free. These happy days are yours and mine. These happy days are yours and mine. Happy days.
Hey, can we talk?
I thought you and I were done talking after what happened last season.
Yeah, about that.
I was desperate. I'll admit it. I let my jealousy get to me last season, and it just ate me alive to know if I was truly better than you or not. We've been solo for so long. I feel like I needed to catch up to you and where you were by this point. And I needed it more than anything else to prove how good I thought I was. I get it now, though. You didn't want what happened, and I pushed it too far, even if I got what I wanted from it. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'm sorry. I did what I did, and I can't take that back now. I want to make up for it.
If you really want to make it up to me that badly, make the win for me matter.
Make the win for me matter. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I just didn't expect something like that to be happening just after how personal and bad things really got between Haseo and Tsukasa last season. I didn't think we would see a reconciliation like that, especially this soon. But after all of that, and especially after a match that we just saw with Tsukasa, it is now time for your main event of the evening here, ladies and gentlemen, as Sho Minamimoto, the Reaper of Shibuya, is looking to face off against Squall Leonhardt in your main event tonight, and his first match back since being suspended last season. And really, when you put it like that, saying that, and especially putting him into the position that he's in right now, it's definitely one way of saying that this is Sho's true test to show just how much more vicious he's become since being suspended, mind you. And really, from what we heard from him earlier tonight, he's got a lot of big game to talk up here. But the fact of the matter is, can he back it up in the ring? Especially against a man that's held that belt beforehand. The Lionheart of the Millennium brand, Squall Leonhardt. Former Millennium Champion in his own right. Arguably one of the bigger names that you would think of when it comes to this company as a whole. This man has been here from day one in regards to this company, much like what we talked about with Ranma, and much like we talked about with Tsukasa before him. On day one of the company, literally been here since the very beginning of the company on Big Bang, all that time ago, and oh Jesus Christ, Sho not even waiting for Squall to finish his entrance. He's just going right for him, laying into those strikes right there, laying into Squall Leonhardt like he was nothing. Absolute disrespect of this man has not changed even a second. And utilizing that to his advantage. Getting the early lead in this contest immediately right off the bat from that sneak attack assault. And Squall hasn't been able to get one strike in at least. But here Sho left himself open just like that, and Squall firing back on all cylinders right there on the barrage of assaults. And honestly, good for him. Good for him for being able to take matters into his own hands like that, and fucking hell, Sho deserves it, and then some. And Squall right here tonight definitely showcasing exactly why he was so dominant as Millennium Champion. Hell, why he was honestly one of the big names on this brand for a hot minute, and for good reason. And really, what better way to throw him right into the fire than by facing off against a man like Squall Leonhardt tonight? Sure, you got only a couple hits in on a few strikes through a sneak attack, but right here, Squall is just taking his time, waiting for him to get right back into the ring for good reason. Because Sho is now frightened. He knows for a fact of what he's facing off against, and he's scared shitless. But then again, maybe Sho was biding his time. Oh god, and a headbutt right there, right on Squall. And laying again, shot after shot after shot right there onto the Lionheart. And oh god, sweeping him right back down just like that. Immediately thinking of going right there for a gut-wrench suplex. No! Gut-wrench suplex denied just like that. And oh Christ, already! Number cruncher right there by the Reaper. One. Sho was thinking that was game, set, match right there. But Squall is saying, nope, you're gonna have to work for it. And we were talking about people that were upgrading their arsenal or changing things up with Noctis. I think we need to also say that with Squall a little bit, because when was the last time you were seeing Squall Leonhardt break out springboard uppercuts like that? I don't think I've seen that from him in quite some time, and that's speaking from the heart right there. And now Sho definitely bit frayed. Oh boy, I think he's pissing his pants right now, because here comes a Gunblade. 1, 2. Not too sweet, fans. Not too sweet. We thought that was going to be the end of Sho right here tonight. And yet the Balam Soldier still has a lot more left in the tank, but apparently so does Sho. But really, you want to talk about these sorts of things being a lot more ballistic. You want to talk about how vicious these two can get. We're seeing it in action right here tonight. Sho, no! Squall reversing out of it. Getting right out of it just like that. And Squall immediately settling him into place and thinking, wearing him down right at the chest. Good workout just like that to wear Sho down. And I think if I was a betting man, if I was in Sho's position, I would be thinking, how the hell am I going to be able to outclass Squall Leonhardt? I mean, he had a few moments here and there, but Sho has definitely been here and out. Has definitely been. And oh, wait a minute, no playing possum just like that, getting him in. Only a one just like that. Squall once again breaking out their springboards just like that. Trying to find any way he can to wear down on Sho Minamimoto. And it's not looking good for Sho at this point. He's being placed right up at the top of the rope, and oh my god! The strength and power of Squall Leonhardt is unmatched by anyone in this league. Let's be clear about this. Oh god. Modified power slam right there by Squall Leonhardt. And Sho utilizing the ring position to his advantage, getting right back to his feet just as quickly as he rolled out of the ring. And the Reaper once again taking charge of the situation. Oh god! And right there with the elbow drop right from the top of the rope. 2. Squall rolling out, taking advantage of it in his own right. And I think Sho maybe tried to be. Oh god! Sho is taking advantage of where he was at, and I think I know exactly what he's thinking of doing. It's the same thing he always does, but Squall sees it. He sees it, and he's taking advantage of it in his own right, and laying a gunblade right onto Sho, right onto the chair, the very same chair that he laid on, that Sho was trying to lay onto him. Karma coming right back onto Sho Minamimoto and then some. And he's getting bloodied up for good measure. Good on you, Squall. Beat his ass. Beat his ass right here tonight. And you can literally see the blood staining the mat on the outside with Sho Minamimoto's blood and then some. And yet Sho is still able to fight back out of it. He is still able to get out of that position. But one has to wonder how much Sho has left in the tank at this point after all of that. And oh my god, and a number cruncher. 1, 2. And Squall kicks out. Sho can't believe it. But I think Sho is going to try and find an endpoint to this. He's got one in the tank. Bi-normal eliminator elbow from the top of the rope. And he's looking to follow that up as well. If he hits this, it may as well be done for Squall here tonight. Zeta slow kick. The same move he used to take out Jotaro and win the title. Nets him the win tonight. Sho Minamimoto gets the win here tonight in your main event on this first edition of Millennium for Season 7. And if this is going to be a sign of what we can expect out of the Reign of the Reaper, as he's calling it, then Jesus Christ, what a reign it is going to be. And by that I mean, what a pathetic reign it will be. Not because the reign itself will be bad, but because we have to deal with this prick all season. Oh no, don't tell me. Don't you dare tell me you're not done here, Sho. You've already pulverized him enough. What more do you want? Oh, Jesus Christ. No! No! God, no! Wailing onto him with that chair. Thrashing him. Absolutely thrashing and just dismantling Squall Leonhardt after everything they went through in this match here tonight. God, someone has to stop this man. Someone has to stop this problem we have on our hands that's named Sho Minamimoto. Someone has to get here and get involved. Come on! Oh, finally that works. Finally that works, huh? Nice of you to show up, Decker. And I mean that very sincerely, mind you. Thank you for actually showing up and doing something when somebody was calling out for it. And setting him up one more time! Detroit Smash. 2 Detroit Smashes, mind you, to the already bloodied up skull of Sho Minamimoto. And it looks as though the fans are calling for something else. I don't think he's got another Detroit Smash in him, but he's looking at something on the outside, and he's laying him out, and oh! It was Jotaro Kujo he was waiting for on the outside. The 2 men that will face off against Sho Minamimoto at Rebound are going after him tonight. And they're making their own statement of intent over heaven and into a Stardust Crash. And if these 2 can work together as they did tonight to take down Sho Minamimoto at Rebound, then ladies and gentlemen, I think the Reign of the Reaper is going to be a very short one at that.